Hi there, thank you for joining me today. I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com. My tutorial today is this twisted card, which is a fun fold. I love these fun fold cards. I think they really are quirky and different to send people. And so that's what I've made today. This one I've made here with a bit of copper embossing is my card swap challenge for this month. And this one was created with the gorgeous Affectionately Yours designer series paper, which I really like. So we're going to get started on this tutorial today, and let's make a start. So today I'm going to make this twisted fun fold card with Night of Navy, and my Night of Navy piece measures 11.5 by 5 3/4. And then you need two pieces. You need one piece of DSP, designer series paper, and one piece, this is very vanilla, cardstock, and these two measure 6 1/8 by 4 7/8. And they start off like that, and I'll show you how to cut that to that shape in a second. And then you need a piece of designer series paper for the front and inside the card, which measures 6 by 2 7/8. So let's start with our scoring. So we start off with our card into our Stampin trimmer. Let's get that out of the way before we cut that in half. That won't be a good idea. And you put it in on the diagonal. So you need it so that your 2 points are where the cutting, not the cutting, the scoring blades, Sandra, get your head round it, love. Where the scoring blades are, and then you score down like that. And then we are going to get our bung folder, and we're going to fold that over and give it a jolly good crease with your bone folder. And then we're going to put it back into our trimmer. On the long side that you've just created now, you put that in at 6 7/16. Sounds a funny measurement, I know, but that is the halfway point, and you're going to score it a couple of times, and then you're going to turn it round the opposite way on the flat edge again, and 6 7/16 again, and fold again. And you do this because the cardstock is double thickness, and you need to make sure that you've scored it on both sides. So the front of your card will be this side. So we're now going to fold that over in half, and with your bone folder again, give it a jolly good crease. So that is that part done. Such a simple little technique, but quirky. So that's that part of our card done, and now we are going to get our, this is the Affectionately Yours designer series paper. We're going to put that in, point again to point, and make sure that where you want, let me show you this, where you want the front of the card has to be that shape. So you need to make sure that your design, before you score it, before you cut it, is the right, facing the right way that you want it for the front of your card. So we put that in on the diagonal and cut that in half, and then you've got two pieces, one for the front and one for the inside. So that's those pieces done. Then you've got your pieces for the for the little pocket, and this goes on the inside like that, and I'll show you now how you need to cut that. So you need to get a ruler, and with your ruler, let me just put that to one side, you get your ruler and you get a little pencil, and you mark the 3 1/8 mark on the short side, and then you measure 3 3/4 on the long side, and you just put a couple of little pencil marks, and then you put it into your Stampin' trimmer on your mark, lining it up with the top of the 3 3/4 inch mark, and then you cut that piece off. And then where you've got your 3 3/4 inch mark there, you put it back into the trimmer, lining that corner up there, and then you cut that piece off. And that is how you've created the inside, the front rather. So let's stick all our pieces on that we've cut, and just get a little rubber to rub out those little pencil marks when you've finished so that they don't show. Right, so let's get cracking and stick all our pieces on. So we'll start off with this piece on here, and we'll get our snail. I think this is a lovely card to make, and it's so quick and easy as well. So line that up, leaving about 1/8 of an inch all round. Like that. And then this part here is the front, and we're going to stick that on. Make sure you've got some glue on that little tip because you don't want that lifting. Stick that on like that. And that's looking pretty already, isn't it? And then we're going to put a little sentiment on the inside of our card. So let's do a bit of stamping. First of all, I'm just going to stick this other piece of DSP on. Right, let's do a little bit of stamping. So today I'm using the Birthday Blossoms stamp set, and I prepped up on my block the little blossoms and the sentiment "Have a Beautiful Birthday." And we are going to use Watermelon Wonder ink because that matches the colours in our designer series paper. So I think I've got that the right way up. Press that down there. And then I think I'm going to use a little bit of Blushing Bride just to stamp a few little blossoms on there. Like that. So not too much, and then maybe, oh look at that mess I've made. you of course won't make that mess. Right then, so that's that stamping, and now I'm just, while I've got that out, going to stamp the little flower because we're going to put that on the front of our card. So put that on our block, and make sure that you put it on your block because you can stamp this out using the pansy punch. I find that lines up beautifully with that. So get some Watermelon Wonder cardstock. Where's my Watermelon Wonder ink? And we're just going to stamp a couple of blossoms out with that. That's it. And that's our stamping done. And I found out quite by accident that this lined up in this punch, so I think it's brilliant. So we'll stamp those out. And then we're going to stick this into our card. That's not good, is it? I think I've left that too late now. That's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. So that looks very pretty on there. And now I'm going to do this lovely flower, which is the little flowers I've just stamped out. We're going to put that onto the front of our card with some gold 1/8 of an inch ribbon. So I'm getting my snips because I like this to just sit up nicely, and I found that it does if you just snip down to those, to where the little petals start. And then I'm going to get my little stamping pad and sit them on there together, offset. And then I'm going to get my little pokey tool and just press that down like that, so that they stand up nicely. And then we're going to get our glue dots and stick those together. I think we'll probably use a couple for that. Make sure that that's stuck. And sit that inside. And then I'm going to put a pearl, I think a pearl will sit in there nicely. And then I've cut a little bit of crumb cake cardstock, and I'm just going to stick that on with some more dimensionals. Into the middle, like that. Give it a good scrunch so that sits up nicely. So let's move that out of the way. So this goes on the front of our card. Get that a nice crease down. And the way I fixed my ribbon, I put a couple of glue dots on here, and then I wound the ribbon round, started off like that, and wound that round the top. And then I brought it round this way. Like that. You need to get another glue dot, winding it round that way, and you can see it wants to sort of follow that line. And then you just snip the end off to where you think it looks good. And then I've put my flower on with a couple of dimensionals on the back. And then that sits on there. Lift the flower back up. Like that. And that is our card done. So that's nice and easy and simple. Hope you like them. And I'll hope you'll have a little go at that twisted card fun fold. I think that's a very pretty design and very unusual. So until the next time, I'll say bye for now. Bye.